All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started then officially. Hi, everyone who is on the live webinar part right now, or hello in the future if you're watching the recorded version. That is also awesome. My name is Stephanie Voyer, and I'm the director of Rainbow Camp, or Rainbow Online Connection, which we have evolved into over COVID-19. That's not to say we're not going to have Rainbow Camp in 2021. We plan to as of right now. But until then, we want to keep the party that was the success of Rainbow Online Connection this past summer going. It was so successful, we want it to keep going. So Rainbow Online Connection, that's us. Here we are. Thank you for being here and welcome to the information night. So fall edition, it's going to be, a lot of the information is going to be similar, but we're going to get more specific about what the programs look like and how registration works this time around, since a lot of the people watching might have done ROC last time or even watched the recorded version of the webinar from last time. So the information's a bit different for fall and moving forward. All right, thanks. Mallory. Awesome, so here's the agenda. We're going to cover, first, just going to be some introductions and welcome. We have all of the staff that are going to be helping out with ROC this September on the call right now. And we're going to see our faces, get to know our names and pronouns. We're going to cover what is ROC Fall, especially if you did ROC Summer and you're like, how is it going to be different? What does that mean? Or if you've never even heard of ROC, welcome, and we're going to answer that for you as well. Programming and activities, we're going to cover just what we believe and what we aim for our programming. And then we're also going to just cover some more specific programs that we're doing this month. And Mallory is going to go through some of the registration and then the technology and online security stuff. And then we'll cover Q&A. So at the bottom of your screen, you can answer or question and answer Q&A. There's a two little speech bubbles icon. If you have questions throughout at any point throughout the presentation, you can click on that button and type in your question and we will be happy to answer it. But we're going to save that until the end so that we'll get all the information out there first, because you might have a question and then we'll answer it later on, but feel free to ask at any time. We've tried to kind of structure our presentation to answer questions that we think people will have, and we have been hearing already. So hopefully that will minimize confusion. All right, awesome. About us, just a quick introduction about the staff that you're going to be meeting throughout ROC. That's me, Stephanie Voyer. I'm, like I said, the Rainbow Camp director. I use she, her pronouns. And let's move on. Next.
My name is Mallory. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the administrative assistant and all things technology.
Hi, I'm Cal. I am the program director. I work on the schedule. I work with our lovely programmers that you're about to meet, and I help do activities, games, and all things fun.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, they, them, and I'm the program assistant. So I help Cal out running around making sure that all of the programs are running as they should and that we have everything in place that needs to be in place. And I'll be running some programs this month as well.
Hello, hello. My name is Noah. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm one of your programmers for this fall. Which means that I have devised and concocted some fun activities that I will be leading, and hopefully I will see you at them.
Hello, my name is Dom. I use he, him pronouns, and I am also one of your programmers. I'll be joining in on some of your fun activities, as well as running some of my own, which we will be talking about later on.
Hello, my name is Mikael. I use he, him pronouns. I'm another one of the programmers. I was an LIT or leader in training this summer, and now I'm super excited to help out lead other programs. So you'll be seeing me around.
Awesome. Thank you, staff. So what is Rainbow Online Connection, or ROC as we like to call it? So ROC started when we realized that we weren't going to be able to run Rainbow Camp this summer as we had planned, and that turned out to be a time of, innovation as we learned. So we had to kind of reimagine camp to fit in an online platform, but it was really important to us to call it Rainbow Online Connection rather than Rainbow Camp Virtual or online or something like that, because it's supplementary. It's something that's different from Rainbow Camp. It's not fair to call this camp or online camp because Rainbow Camp is so special on its own. So Rainbow Online Connection, or ROC, grew to be its own amazing connectivity platform where special connections were made. We had a whole new scope of people that were able to participate because maybe people living in China or Europe or, you know, some places in, I'm thinking West Coast like Vancouver and California, were able to join us and participate this summer when they might not have been able to come to camp in the first place. So that was really special. It was wildly successful this past summer, and because of that, we want to keep it going year round. So like I said, we are planning right now on running Rainbow Camp 2021, and maybe we'll even keep ROC going beyond into, you know, forever, because we think that this is a great way for our community to connect during the year. So we have tried to create some awesome programs. Staff are going to be supervising a way for our youth to connect and have fun in a time when there's very, you know, limited positive things going on online that aren't to do with COVID-19. And so our job is to try to bring a little positivity into the world and make it so that, you know, you don't have to, you can have a break from all the COVID-19 talk and just think about connecting and having fun with your friends online. All right, so more specifically, let's get into programming.
Our programming this summer was super interactive, connective, informative, and overall fun. And we aim to create a diverse group of programming. So how do we do that? We focus on active outdoors, education, and arts and crafts. And we build our program off of those three categories. And so ROC Fall aims to do the same thing and create a awesome schedule like the one you see on your screen right now. We're gonna just introduce a few of the activities that we're doing for ROC Fall by individual programmer, and then we will move on from there. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat as we go on. We're open to any questions about any programming that you might have. And yeah, so we're kicking it off tomorrow with our ROC kickoff party. Woohoo! It's going to be a rad time. It's going to be super awesome, super cool, super fun. So come on out for that. That's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Or for people watching this in the future, September 2020, Tuesday the 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next we have Caitlin.
Hello. So I'll be running a few things this month as well I'm super excited about. And to start, I'll give you, I'll talk about visual novel theater. That is on September 23rd. That is a Wednesday. So if you're not familiar with visual novels, they're basically the perfect combination of like a video game and a comic, where as you read through the story and move through the story, you're able to interact with it and make choices that will affect the kind of dialogue that you get and that sort of thing. So we're going to be playing a visual novel game. We're going to be acting it out for you with our best theatrical performances. And you, lovely participants, will get to vote on and choose which direction we take the story. It's going to be a really super fun one, so I hope that you are able to come out to that. We're doing 2 craft nights as well. Our first craft night, we're going to be doing some fun origami, and the second one, we're going to look at a few sewing basics for sewing and mending clothing. And of course, we also have, so that is the first one is on September 17th, and our second craft night is on September 25th. And the following week, on the 29th, that's a Tuesday, we're going to be doing a non-binary discussion group. So that's a space for us to sit down, talk together about being non-binary, about navigating this very binary world, and just sharing experiences with people who might have gone through the same thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Caitlin. Next, we have Mikael.
So I'm going to be talking to you guys about Minecraft Monday, which is happening on the 21st of September at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be hosting our own Minecraft server, so you guys can come on, join us, hang out, and build gay things, maybe defeat the Ender Dragon, who knows?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next, we've got Dom.
Okay, so what I have for y'all is on September 16th, we have our open mic night. That'll be a super, super fun opportunity. Everyone get to share our passions, our talents, pretty much anything you want to show. If you just want to come by and hang out, watch a show, that's super cool. That you're totally invited. And if you just want to share, that's also invited as well. We also have our homework helper session on September 22nd, where we'll be talking about strategies that are useful for online, maybe hybrid, or even if you're just going straight up back to school. We're going to be talking about some cool strategies for that. And if you just want to use that time to just chill, do your homework, you're invited. If you want to do it, if you want to come and chat, then that's also invited as well.
Awesome. Next, we've got Mallory.
Okay, on Sunday, September 20th, we're going to be having Sunday brunch together. So we're going to be cooking some food together, eating the food, and just having some conversation to start our day off on a positive note. And then on the 30th, the last day in September, we're going to be doing intro to ukulele. So bring your ukulele, we'll learn a few chords, play some songs together, and have a bit of a jam session.
Sweet. And last but not least, we have Noah.
Woo! So if you'll look at the calendar on Thursday the 10th, we have Intro to Sign Language. So if you want to learn some ASL, then come on over because we will have our friend Allie who is going to join us and teach some signs. And then the day after that, on Friday the 11th, we have MS Paint Bob Ross, which is where we're going to open up an episode of The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. And we're going to, together as a group, each create our own fantastic masterpiece in the medium of MS Paint, which is a free art program that comes on most computers, and if not, it's free to download. The other things that I'm leading, we have Poetry Night on Thursday the 24th, which is where if you have poems that you've written, if you have a poem written by someone else that you're particularly fond of, you're welcome to bring those and share them with your ROC family here. And if you just want to swing by and listen and share some snaps, that's also perfectly swell. And then that weekend, the Saturday the 26th and Sunday the 27th, we have two time blocks set away for Dungeons and Dragons because it was one of the most successful, talked about. People really enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons during ROC Summer, so we wanted to bring that back. And there's two of them, so that way everybody who wants to get the chance to do it can. Because you don't need a high intelligence score to roll initiative. And I'm just going to be showing you the ropes. So if you've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, if it's something that you've always wanted to do but never had people to do it with, come on over, and we'll be using roll20.net, which is a free website that you can use as an application to play D&D. No dice required. I think that's it for me.
Also, sorry, before we get into Mallory's techie stuff, I just want to point out all of our programs this month are free. So no excuses. Tell everybody you know to join in on as many or as few programs as you want. You can pick whichever ones that are most interesting to you. We try to cover a wide variety of interests. So hopefully you can find something that you think is interesting, and then you can meet new friends who also think that stuff is interesting. But I just want to remind everybody that it's totally free this month. So tell everyone. Sorry, Mallory.
Sorry, before we get into that, there are a few programs that are happening, such as Minecraft Monday and Movie Monday, that you do need to own Minecraft and a Netflix subscription in order to join in on that programming. So please pay attention to the website, which will be introduced with Mallory.
And yes, that is specifically Bedrock edition for Minecraft because there's a couple different versions and they can't really interact with each other. So it's specifically Minecraft Bedrock.
Anyone else? Nope. Okay, back to me. Okay, this is our website. This is where you can find all things, all information, everything you need to know about ROC. This can be found at welcomefriend.ca/ROC, and it has got all of the information, including the calendar, registration, frequently asked questions, pretty well anything you might need to know, it is there. So registering for ROC, this is different for the summer. So registering for ROC, to register for a specific program, you're going to go to our calendar, okay, which the link is up there, but you can also, again, welcomefriend.ca/ROC, and at the very top, just click calendar. We'll list all of the upcoming programs. All you have to do is click on the program you're interested in, and the registration form will be there along with all of the information about that program. Once that is completed, you will get emailed a link for the Zoom link so that you can join in the meeting on that day. As well, there is a second registration form that needs to be completed by the parent or guardian. This form only needs to be completed once and includes some important information such as emergency contact, photo permission, and permission for you, the participant, to participate in ROC. So again, that one will be sent out by email and only needs to be completed once by a parent or guardian. So with ROC, there is a number of pieces of technology and online security. This is something people always kind of want to know. How are we ensuring that we have a virtual safe space, and what are we doing to make sure that this space is a virtual safe space? So the main piece of technology we are using is Zoom. So if you're joining us live, you're on Zoom right now. If you're watching on YouTube or something else later, Zoom is our main piece of platform, and it allows for us to have face-to-face virtual conversations. As well, as Cal mentioned, there are a few programs that require other technology, such as Fortnite, Netflix Party, or Minecraft. If the program requires any technology, that information will be in the program description before you register, and you can also, it'll also come to you by email as well. With the online security, as part of the registration, you will be required to agree to our safe space policy, which dictates some of our behavior expectations, as well as what kind of things you have in your background or objects that might be on camera, so that this is a safe space for everyone. As well, we have a few policies, such as the waiting room feature, so that we can control who is entering our safe space. We will always have at least 2 staff on the call, and then as well, we will be recording everything. These recordings aren't publicly available. They're used for safety and security, and we will never share them without permission from the parent or guardian. So we won't be sharing pictures, images, videos, anything like that without permission.
All right, so I've seen a few of the questions coming in. Please keep them coming. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the little Q&A button down there. Yes, I also have a few from Instagram that actually people asked me earlier today. So we can talk about those too. So Mallory's gonna read the questions and then we are gonna go ahead and answer them.
Okay, the first question I have says, will the programs be year-long?
Right now, we don't know. This is very much a experimental month. So this September, we are calling it Sampler September. Everything is free because we want to see what the interest is and what programs are going to be most popular. The ones that are most popular, we're going to try to do again. So if you really, really love seeing things like Dungeons and Dragons or Crafting with Caitlin or certain, a non-binary discussion group, we have a lot of ideas on different programs we want to do year-round. So the answer is yes and no. It's not always going to be like September, but there is going to be new things that we're working on that we're excited to launch in the next coming months. And all of the staff actually that you were introduced to, they all kind of have their own projects with ROC and ideas that they have, and they're really excited to launch. So the next few months, you can be expecting those. But this September is the only month that's going to look like this, where we have something different every single day and it's all free. So take advantage of it, do all of it, get your friends to do all of it, and give us, we are very much wanting feedback on what would make it better and what you want to see. So yeah, because that would all be very helpful. So this month, we don't know what it's going to look like in the coming year, but we do know that we're working to try to figure out what that would look like. I don't know if that fully answered your question, because we don't know. We want to, that is the intent, but we want to figure out how to do that well. So help us to do it well.
Okay,
All right.
the next questions I'm going to read, these ones were answered in the chat, but for people watching later on, they can't see the chat, so I'm going to ask them out loud as well. First question, goose chase, gay or nay?
Goose chase, for people who don't know. Actually, you know what? Cal, you got this. Talk about goose chase.
Yeah, Goose Chase, for those who don't know, is a virtual scavenger hunt that we used for ROC in the summer. And so we did it on a week basis. And so if there is enough interest and there is enough participation for Goose Chase this this fall, there's potential for Goose Chase games to happen. And for more to occur. So there is potential for Goose Chase. Nothing is planned right now, but we can if that is something that participants would like to participate in. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Cal. The next question is from someone who was on one of our LITs this past summer, and it says, is there a chance for LITs to LIT up more this fall?
So for people who don't know, the LIT program is the Leader in Training program. So in person at Rainbow Camp, it takes place over 2 weeks, and we have the first week kind of as their intensive training where they learn things like activism, fundraising strategies, just being a good leader, talking in front of groups, what it takes to lead a program, and all the things that are required to be a good leader both at camp and in the greater LGBT community, and of course the world. So that is what the program is. Oh, the first week is very much training. The second week is a placement week where they go in their hands-on, they shadow a counselor. And in between that, they do a special LIT bonding out trip where they do a canoe thing, camp on an island, super fun. But obviously this year we couldn't do that. So we adapted it to take on an online format. So our LITs got the opportunity to learn about the online business of camp, because there's a lot of things that take place behind the scenes that really make this big machine run. And also learning to lead online programming is a very different skill set. And so they have the opportunity to learn a lot of that stuff. That question was asked to us by one of our former LITs, so thank you for asking that question. Of course, there's opportunities to get involved with camp always, whether you were an LIT or not. If you have any ideas about things, let us know. If you are interested in volunteering, whether that could be, I'm trying to think of things that we could do digitally. I don't know, but I can always think of something. There's always something to do. We are a not-for-profit charity organization, and so we take the help where we can get it. And yeah, absolutely. So for that specific LIT who asked that, just shoot me an email, or Mallory probably would be better, because she that's part of her thing. She's much better at responding to emails than I am. So, and then we will find some stuff in whatever you're interested in. We very much want the LITs to grow the leadership skills that they are interested in acquiring. So if you're really interested in learning a lot about digital marketing, awesome. I can help you learn about Instagram and social media marketing and things like that. Or, if you're interested in fundraising, we can get you involved in some of our fundraisers we have coming up too. So we want to give you the skills that are going to be helpful for you for the rest of your life. And we're happy to do that. So please, send us an email. All right.
Okay, next question I have says, what supplies do I need and how will I know what supplies I need?
Ooh, how about okay, we'll go Cal and then Mallory, you can cover the rest of that.
For sure, yeah. So in order to get on to the platform we're using, you're going to need a computer of some sort. And then added on to that, you're going to need to have space on your computer for downloading things such as Fortnite or Minecraft. And then crafts will also need materials. So if you're participating in crafts, you're going to need whatever crafting materials is necessary there, as well as any other pieces that are listed on the website under each individual event. If I'm forgetting any, they will be listed on the website. And then other than that, Mallory, is there anything I'm forgetting?
That's about it. As Cal said, generally speaking, a computer, some sort of device, phone, tablet, computer with internet that you can use Zoom on, and then some specific programs will require software such as Minecraft, Netflix, or physical supplies such as crafts, and all of that is in the session description when you register for that session. Okay, next question I have ideas for future programs. Can I send them to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
please. Like I said earlier, we want to make ROC as awesome as possible, and whatever's awesome to you will definitely be awesome to somebody else. So if you could please let us know what you want to see and what you think would be fun, we would be happy to oblige and try to make that happen. Or if you even have ideas on, hey, next time you lead this game online, try this because I think that would be really fun too. I don't know, do it and then let us know.
Okay, next question I have says, when will the October schedule be available?
Look for it near the end of the month of September. It will be out either this second last week or the last week of September.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next question I have, are we allowed to bring snacks?
You are in the comfort of your own home, so you can bring whatever snacks you want. But if you're chewing with your mouth open and really loudly, you might get muted because Zoom tends to favor whatever's loudest on the screen. And so if all I can hear is you chewing when I really need to be hearing like Mallory talking about something important, then you might get muted, but I don't care. Eat whatever you want when you're at home. All right, right on.
Okay, next question I have, and this is the last one I have at the moment, so if you have any other questions I haven't answered, put them in the chat, in the Q&A now, but the last question I have, is there a limit for registration for how many people?
For some sessions, yes, and for other ones, no. So for certain ones like D&D or Dungeons and Dragons, which we have, you saw that there were 2 days of Dungeons and Dragons, we want to keep it relatively small. We can't have like 30 people on at once because we want to keep it close and make sure people feel comfortable asking questions and learning the process. So we put that on 2 days, and those are capped. I don't know the exact number. It's either 8 or 10 per session, but do register as soon as possible if that's one you're interested in. And then other ones like Movie Monday, that is just, you know, everybody who wants to watch the movie can, and then we're going to have a little bit of a discussion afterwards, and there's a chat thing. You can talk to each other while we're watching the movie, so it feels like we're together. So other ones, some yes, some no. On the website, you'll see on the description for each program, you'll be able to learn the details for each of them. A question I actually got earlier today on Instagram was, can 11-year-olds participate? And that is an interesting question. 11, our usual age range is 12 to 17. But if you are, like if you just turned 18 or if you're about to turn 12, of course, there's space for you at camp. I very much want to put that on, you know yourself and you know your children. If you're an adult who has somebody in mind who would enjoy this watching, you know what's best, and you can use your own, discretion as to what would be. So for like Coming Out 101, just be aware that the issues facing a 17-year-old with coming out might be very different than the issues facing a 12-year-old. So those kind of conversations, as long as you are able to be aware, I guess, of the diversity and conversation that might take place in those kind of sessions. But in things like, the movies or any of the games that are very directed, there will always be 2 staff to keep things, age appropriate. But I'll let you use your own, your kids, yourselves. So you can use your own discretion on that.
Okay, a question just came in saying, can we have input on what movies are watched to an extent?
Cal.
Yeah, so we have, for the month of September, we're planning to watch 2 separate movies. One is a more fun movie. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it is fun. It's really super cute. And then we are watching a documentary near the end of the month, but I would love input on what movies to watch. We are limited to what is on Canadian Netflix. If that is something you are wanting to give us input on. So if you're looking at what movies could potentially be good, please look at specifically Canadian Netflix.
Okay, that is all the questions that I see coming in through here. I'll give it another second to see if anyone wants to put any more questions in our Q&A.
Do any of the staff have questions that they have been asked by people they know or are thinking of any right now that they might want to talk about? No? That's cool. All right. Well, awesome. If you're watching this in the future and you're like, oh, I have questions, but obviously the chat is closed. I'm watching this on YouTube. Totally fine. Send us an email. You can find all of our email information at our website, which is rainbowcamp.ca/rock. Oh, wait, no, now it's welcomefriend.ca/rock.
You can do either one. Either one will direct you to our site.
Right. So this is a question that I can see people having. Welcome Friend Association is the umbrella organization that hosts both ROC and Rainbow Camp. So Welcome Friend Association also does other things like, we're going to be doing things like, we provide therapeutic services for like over the course of COVID and isolation. We got some funding to help people get their therapy through online or through the phone. We also do things in like senior centers and senior living facilities. So it's more open, whereas Rainbow Online Connection and Rainbow Camp is youth-specific driven programming. And yeah, like that too, we're also working to grow Welcome Friend Association's programming too. So yeah, welcomefriend.ca/roc, ROC is the website. Ooh, another question we have here. I'll just read it quick. Will there be a continuous game of D&D in the next months? Noah is kind of our rock star when it comes to D&D stuff, Dungeons and Dragons. And so, like I said, our staff all have their projects they're working on, and this is one that Noah's interested in developing. So, Noah, you want to answer what your vision is for the next coming months?
Yes. So I have this. So the D&D in the next months, I have a few ideas and am open to feedback, because the main thing about running a continuous D&D game is that if it's an ongoing story, I might have to account for people who might not make it to all of them, or I could do one-shots where it's a new story every time. But that also means that some people might be making new characters each time. So there's pros and cons to both, but there is definitely interest in doing at least one D&D session a month going forward. It's just a matter of planning and seeing what people want.
Mm-hmm. There might even be space to do both, like somebody who wants to sign up for a weekly session. We don't know. That's what I mean by, like, depending on how participation goes this month, we really want to see and allow our programming to unfold and evolve. So yeah, if you super want to see a lot more D&D stuff, then get all your friends to participate, you know, tell us so that we know and we can plan for that. Awesome. All right, I think that's it for the questions. If you think of any others, don't hesitate to email us or message us on Instagram or Facebook. We're really good about responding on there as well. All right, next slide. Thank you for coming, and we will all see you this fall. We are so excited. We were all surprised at how well ROC went this summer. I, as an outside person, had a hard time getting myself to buy into the fact that I was going to be running an online program for kids, because I'm like, oh, I want to bring kids away from screens and out into nature and outdoors. But it turned out that it was amazing, and we saw real, genuine connections happen and friends, you know, being made and games being played, and it was a lot of fun. And so we were all kind of bummed out when it ended, and we were like, oh man, like I feel like something's missing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for making it to the end of the presentation. And we are very much excited to have you join in on more ROC stuff this coming month and hopefully this coming year. I think it's a great way for us to connect as a community between summer camp. So this is going to be great. Oh, we have one last question. Mallory.
Will there be more programs in the next months, or is it just September?
Yeah, we kind of talked about this a little bit. It will depend. We are planning events for the next coming months, but we don't know what that will look like specifically yet. We will be releasing a calendar like this probably mid-September, towards the end of September, so just keep posted. We don't know what it'll look like necessarily yet, but we are planning to hopefully have more events. Will the next events be free is a good question. It depends. It all depends on funding. It might be on a donation-based system, like donate anything and you can participate, or we'll do some paid sessions and some free sessions. That is a big part of what we don't know about. We're not sure, but we're still working out this month. This month is our sampler month or trial month, and then we're gonna, like a pilot, and then we're gonna go from there. Ooh, Dom just asked a question in our chat here, and where will the recording be after this live stream? It'll be on our YouTube page. Ooh, which is Rainbow Camp. If you just type in Rainbow Camp, that is the only channel called Rainbow Camp. Subscribe. So we're gonna be working on putting out a lot more videos in the near future as well. Will there be different stuff next month? Cal.
Oh yeah, there will. We try to keep up with the trends. We try to make new things. We try to make it new and funky fresh. And so we're trying to tend to not do the same stuff all the time. So there'll be tons of new stuff upcoming for sure.
All right. Well, on that note, I think one of the biggest questions was, so to summarize, will there be more ROC beyond September? Hopefully, but we don't know what it will look like. I'm gonna not commit to yes or no yet because I don't have a specific answer. Yes, there will be something, but what the specific program is, we don't know. There will be something though. So just keep posted. And the best way to make sure that it happens is to participate as much as you can and tell everybody you know. So there you have it. All right, any other closing thoughts from any of the staff?
Super excited to get started.
Look forward to seeing you all there.
Last question in the chat is, what about the paracord bracelets? They have all been sent out, so you should be getting it at any time now. And the paracord bracelets, if you're watching this in the future or didn't do ROC in the summer, we sent out paracord bracelets to everybody who participated. So just keep your eye on the mail. All right. Right on. Well, we will end it there. Thank you so much for being here, like I said. And again, if you have any other questions, please send them our way. We'd be happy to answer them. And make sure you're following us on all social media platforms, including Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And we have a Twitter as well, but Harry's more does that one. I don't follow it as much. So, all right, thanks for being here, and we will see you this fall. Rock on.